All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome. You're joined by your host, Gitsilius, and I'm joined again by the king of gotcha games, Sif Scott, and
Howdy.
the former Net Impact champion of 2025, Kevin Kelly. He had to relinquish the title because he lost it to a 7-year-old Japanese girl who he said, the sickest infinite. Is that correct?
That Ahsoka move was insane. I thought the gum thing was just a gimmick that was used in the game, but I guess that's a lie. It
Yeah,
actually
exactly.
could be effective in nasty cross-ups and infinites.
It was wild. And
Yeah.
then after she did that, she did the skippity and the Dougie, which was amazing. Again, a 7-year-old Japanese girl busting out the Dougie. These things happen. And with that out the way, we thank you guys for coming over to the Spectator Mode Podcast. We like to start every podcast talking about things we've been up to, or playing, watching, etc. And after Kevin, he needs some time to recover from losing to a 7-year-old Japanese whiz kid with infinites. Scott, you'll let us know what you've been playing, what you've been up to, and anything in between.
Alrighty. So I haven't got a lot of time to play much just because I've been still moving and packing and stuff. But I did get through a game called Fallen City Brawl. Because it's a very quick game. It's like
it's
30 to 40 minutes to beat.
It's a beat 'em up.
Yep, it's a beat 'em up. I did 2 runs just to see if there's any difference between choosing characters. There isn't. Just the play styles of the characters are different, but like the stages are all the same. And I played it with actually Jeff Young from Analog Stick Gaming, so we wanted to test it on co-op. Sadly, it doesn't have online co-op. It only has the offline couch co-op, but you can use Steam Remote Play to make it look like you're doing that.
Which is the whole point of Steam Remote Play.
That is pretty much exactly what the whole point of that is. I thought it was pretty decent. I do think that it was very quick and very easy for what it was. Even like hard mode, it doesn't seem like it's that too difficult. You can literally juggle bosses, which is hilarious. You can just keep juggling them off the side of the screen so they can't actually do anything. They have no way to get out of a juggle.
That's kind of funny. The funny thing is, I'm surprised you hit me up to play it because I played a demo when I was like, and after reading your review, it's a good review. Check the Outhaven website. My only complaint about the game is, I'm not saying skill wise or play wise, I think it's kind of depending how really short that game is, and it has not a lot of components under it, such as like a tower mode or a roguelike mode or anything else. I'm not trying to sell the developer. I think you're asking a lot of money for something I can crush in like an hour, like 2 hours. That's kind of like, I'm being polite. It should be $9.99. That's that price point. I feel that's fair, but I want to support my indie devs. I think the price point's a little too high. But that and what else have you been up to?
Yeah, well, I would also agree. I'd probably have it at a $9.99 one.
Okay,
Another game that I actually played is because of one that happened because of the Switch 2 Direct that happened last week with the Indie World. It is funny because there's a bunch of people going like, if Silksong is revealed in this Direct, I'll give like this, I'll give away this, or I'll give away this, or I'll give away this. One of the like indie devs I followed was going like, if Silksong is not announced or is not shown in any regard in the indie world, I will give away keys to my game. And he got like a bunch of people actually following and commenting on it. So I decided just to comment too, because what's the point? What's the point of not commenting on something to get a potential free game? And I did get a potential free game because there was no Silksong at all at Indie World last week.
I mean, it's. I feel like the more and more you wait for Silksong, the more and more and less will come out. It's like it's the same thing happened to Deltarune. Like people were screaming Deltarune for years, then Toby Shadow dropped in. Like, all right, we got Deltarune. Like, the more you ask for it, the less it comes.
So yeah, the game that I got from that giveaway wasn't the game I've been playing. Well, at least the last few days, just because it was really quick and easy levels. It's called Dream Cutter, and one of the best parts about the game is it's basically your character is just fighting with a scythe, and it's just like a platformer with bosses and stuff. And there's like challenges you can do to unlock like artwork, though I wouldn't recommend this because the artwork is actually like not safe for work artwork. That's like one of the reasons that they have that the developer wanted to make this game is to make it a little risque. And there's a safe for work version which censors everything, and then there's a not safe for work version that doesn't censor anything. But the fun part of it is actually just playing the game and like doing the challenges and like trying to beat the levels faster and faster to get more and more coins to then level up your character, because you can level up your health and your damage until like you get to some of the bosses. And there's like 2 bosses that are actually really, really tough. Though there's also one level in like World 3 I got super confused about because they're trying to do platforming with different layers, and then they're trying to get you to actually have like a puzzle, so you have to get like keys to get to the doors on the other side, which is weird because it's like every other level in this game is just basically going from left to right with going through different challenges. But this one decided to have one level where it's just like constantly like all over the place. Like there's a key that's over here, then there's like a door, and then when you get to the door, there's a key that's like somewhere on the bottom level over there to get to the top level again to get to the last key there. So it gets a little more challenging with different like gimmicks they introduce. Like there's the gimmicks of like using the scythe to like put yourself on top of like a thing to then jump higher to then put it on again, but you have to be very specific on your button inputs, because you have to make sure that you're holding right when you like press the attack button to jump to the left, it's just one of those things where it's just like it's not something that is like intuitive that you think about, but like once you discover it, it's just like, okay, this makes sense now.
That sounds cool.
But I did 100% it actually, because I spent the last like 3 days playing it in between like lunch and stuff. So it took me like 4 hours to get everything. It's a fun little game, but also if you aren't someone who's into the risque stuff, probably don't get it.
Right, and no one's stopping you from getting it. Hopefully there isn't some credit vendors out there or payment processors that'll stop you from telling you what your money is worth, because people have choices. Like, hey, you might not into the spicy stuff, and that's perfectly fine. And speaking of spicy stuff, so Kevin, what you've been up to, and please tell me that you are going to rematch a 7-year-old for your title back.
No, not really. My Japanese isn't that great. But anyway, let's see. What was I doing? My internet has been messed up for the last couple of days. So I haven't really been doing too much outside of, actually, no, I should probably start from the beginning. I know this weekend I did go pretty hard on the Battlefield 6 demo.
That was fun.
Oh yeah, it was incredible, man. Especially, it's insane. Like
it catches the energy of like Battlefield 3 and 4. It catches the peak, which was I think the best games. 3 and 4, like the best they ever made. Like, let's look at that the way.
Oh, totally. It just felt so good to like shoot things and they actually break, like not just being in a building and like nothing, like you're undercover and it's just like, oh, wait a second, that random trash can is still intact for some reason. More times than, oh, I'm behind a desk and it's getting shot up and it's like, wow, okay, the desk is actually taking damage, or you're in a building and then somebody shoots like a grenade at it and then it just falls apart a bit, and you're kind of in there and you're just watching this shit like it's like you're like running out of a temple on Indiana Jones or something, and after like taking off the big artifact.
So just because you find cover doesn't mean that you're safe in cover. No.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's so good. Yeah, it's like it kind of feels that way. Like you could play by yourself, play with people. It's really fun. Like I'm just up. Battlefield 6 does a really, really good job of capturing the energy 3 and 4. The code is really good. The realism is there. It's like, where was this game gone? I don't know. Like Hardline was not great, and the future one, like 2040, whatever. It's kind of funny. Like if you just keep it the basics, you just make it. It's a good series. I don't know what happened. Like I know what happened. EA happened, right?
Yeah. That's pretty much EA's biggest problems is EA.
Yeah, Cairo was really experimental, man. Like seriously, like really innovative with certain things. Like it did feel like when you're watching someone take up, I don't know, maybe like a tank, and they're like launching missiles like from the tank itself. It felt like I was watching CNN broadcast where this shit was actually happening, and I'm like, oh
Yeah.
no, it's happening, but it's right here, and I'm right next door to it, and this is brutal. I don't want to get hurt. But
That
yeah,
was crazy. That was crazy.
yeah,
Like,
it was insane.
I feel like
Conquest mode,
I think
yeah.
one of my favorite parts about it is that like it kind of like one of the things I worried about, like this is my actual like worry about Battlefield as a game. The reason why it's just kind of an older game type is like it's a game where there are objectives there, like you have to take the point, defend a building, or rush, etc. And I feel like these type of game modes don't work as much more because you have to hold people's hand to play a game. I'll be honest with you, right? Nothing wrong with one of my favorite shooters right now. They're Marvel Rivals, but Marvel Rivals throws so many notifications at you, like attack the control point, take the control point, push that vehicle. They have to like reinforce the fact you have to play a game because people don't know how to play a video game. And I'll save that topic for a future. But it's amazing how like Battlefield does a really good job of integrating the objectives and how to win and taking points and score and all that jazz without being that annoying.
Yeah.
Compared to like modern shooters, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Like they really set it back. Like in conquest mode, it's like, okay, you know you have to get those points, but you're not saying to yourself, okay, yeah, this is showing up looking like a idiotic Ubisoft game or something like that, where you know you're seeing 20 different types of things all over the place.
Exactly.
It's different, and it did feel like they took some stuff out of understanding things like Siege or anything like that, and they went to town with it. They really did.
Yeah,
their
pretty
job.
much.
So far, this
yeah. So yeah, it's a beta. It's a beta. Yeah, the beta. People like people. I'm assuming like because of the beta, the pre-order numbers probably went up. Which look, I'm not gonna have that argument with people, but like let's be honest. As much as I don't like pre-orders, people do it, so I'll leave it as that. Like buyers beware. That's all I can say about pre-orders, right? Buyers beware. That's all.
That's all
I can say.
I agree. Like especially, we've all learned our lessons, right? Like for instance, I learned my lesson from Anthem pretty much. Like that was one of my biggest ones. Like,
mine was BL3. That made me super upset. They didn't even finish delivering all the content for it. That's how bad it was. Like
BL3.
BL3, yeah, Borderlands 3, yeah.
Oh gosh.
It did not. Yeah, so it's like buyers beware. That's all I could say about that. But I'm like, yeah. But
Well, if you have more information, yeah. Like, if you're basing like a pre-order on what you saw at E3, compared to waiting a couple of months after the fact, and then you're seeing it in real time, and then you're like, oh shit, yeah, I'll probably just
right. And it's just there's even like a psychological issue with that. We'll probably talk about in the first topic we'll get to. But it's like, well, if I don't get it now, all the community might leave and dry up because there isn't like. Yeah. Basically, this is a little further down. We'll talk about it in the topic. Basically, FOMO plus community effort and all that jazz. But Battlefield 6 was really fun. I'm glad you had a good time playing it. I didn't even know you played Battlefield 6. Yeah, is this what did this happen? Did this happen because after you lost to the 7-year-old Japanese girl? Is this because like you need to get back to your roots?
No, this is after I bowed out from going to Tryukin for Virtual Fighter 5.
Right, the $100 door fee.
Yeah, exactly.
That's Hollywood money. Look. This
totally.
no
insult. It was a kids karate tournament, okay? Like they only had 5 guys in the tournament itself. I'm like, okay, this is pretty stupid.
I genuinely feel bad about I'm gonna off topic here. I genuinely feel bad about that in tournaments where okay, let's be honest. Not everyone is gonna go there and play a main game. Like you and I, we're the side game hustles, right? We're about that life. I should not be paying the high door fee, high entry fee for, let's be honest, sub 24 people tournament. I am not paying $50 for sub 24 people. So I can get what by the guy we all know who's going to win the thing.
For me, I feel that way. Like especially if I'm looking at the tournament itself, and I'm seeing the registration, and I know at least 60
players.
or 70 of the guys percent of the guys in there. It's gonna feel like, what the hell am I doing? Like, I could just go to a local and just fight these guys after, and get Popeyes instead of going and paying the door fee, paying the entrance fee, and then hey, I get buyed in like what 2 rounds, and then later on I'm like, oh, I don't feel like going to the after party. Fuck you guys.
No, exactly.
Just
There's even situations that I don't know if this happened to you before, Kevin, where
Yeah.
you're at a side tournament or running a side tournament, and let's say a guy is supposed to be there. He's either playing main game or no shows. So your top 8, I have a no show. A top 4 no show. Like I paid all this money for a no show. Like I ain't dealing with that, man.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that so much. I even hate that. I hate that in like even online, man. Like even typing those sleeps. I think I had to deal with that, and I'm like, okay, that can't be the only fight I'm gonna win. Just some guy just saying, I can't be here. Oh, my cat's gonna get neutered. It's like, no, dude, show, please, get your ass whooped or don't. I agree, man.
Right.
Like,
it's just crazy that like that's the thing. Like to me, my honest opinion, I'm gonna spit some facts here, okay? Since we already have so many ways of tracking people in tournaments with digital passes or pass cards, there should be 3-tier pass: main tournament pass, side tournament pass, spectator pass. If you're here for side tournament pass, you pay about, let's say, I'm cooking here, exactly. You pay maybe half.
Yes.
You have to pay half, or at best 60%. If you by side tournament, you can only enter side games and casuals.
Yeah.
You are not there for the main game. Don't eat up time. If you are there just to play Street Fighter 6, you're there to play Tekken 8, whatever. Main pass. Main pass, you could do all of it, but you're paying the full 100% door fee. And you get VIP access where you can tell the TO, I've been had tournament wins. People love saying that, right? I've been had tournament wins. And the spectator pass is the spectator pass. They could probably play the casual section, but not allowed to enter the side tournaments or whatever. That's about it. That's my opinion. That's what I think they should do.
That sounds great, actually.
That's a system I would make for tournament, because it's like I feel like if you're going to enter side games in a main game, you pay a main game pass. If you're paying side games only, you have a side game pass. Obviously, and by the way, you could trick. You have color wristbands. You got digital ways. You got apps. There's so many ways to track people if they're BSing or whatever. Hell, whatever. So we could just do that. We could do that. I prefer that. I stand by that.
I agree. Totally agree. Speaking of which, I mean, I did play Street Fighter 6 because Sagat came out just recently, and then after City of the Wolves went back to that because of Ken. And
he's got like 2 combos.
2 combos.
He's got 2 combos, and that's all you really need.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a throw loop, so that's a good thing, right?
Oh yeah, exactly. Like almost all of his rub blow stuff is just amazing. All right, it's just his rub blow. No, his rev art stuff is amazing. His rub blow.
Yeah. I'm about to say
it felt like it could have been a little bit more inventive. I felt, it's like, oh, he just gets that punch again. It's like, oh, okay, I'll just.
Yeah, it's just fierce punch. Yeah, it's just fierce punch. I'm like, okay,
exactly.
I guess so.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh, armor fierce punch.
Armor fierce punch. Yeah. It's just crazy. It's just kind of crazy in that regard. I think, Street Fighter 6 though. So Sagat, people saying he can't anti-air. They say he's bottom 1. Bonchan dropped him. Is it over?
No, it's not. I mean, have you seen that whole desk combo thing? Oh,
it's a desk combo video. You know what you're getting to when you see a desk combo video. No, I just find it funny that people like just went like with barely day 1. Yeah, he's the worst character in the game. He can't anti-air. I'm like, what do you mean? You can't just raw tiger uppercut me, who's a Sagat enjoyer. Why would you throw out raw tiger uppercut? Why would you do that?
You can't. I mean, you could use like a short tiger uppercut for an anti-air. Like that's fine.
Yeah, but why would me thinking like, bro, does anybody? Am I the only guy here? What's going on? What? And like I said, I've seen some weird takes. I'll be honest. I've seen some weird takes.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't understand that. Like he's great, and a lot of people are hoping that he gets the outfit 3 as his as that like business suit that he gets.
Oh yeah. Sagat with a job. Yeah, Sagat with a job. Yeah, I'm just hoping we get the real Sagat. Fortnite Sagat with a gun. It's shocking. Fortnite Sagat. I want Fortnite Sagat.
I guess.
I want the real Sagat. I also want like pixel art Sagat, like OG Sagat with no muscles, just like two lanky arms and a big foot, and like you know what it's about.
God damn it.
But yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah. What else was I playing? I know I'm playing Mekarashi as well, but I don't know. It's hard for me to do it because I mean it was good because it's supposed to be a front mission game, but because of the whole Square Enix versus that company thing, they turned it into their own thing. But at the same time, it's an RPG for mobile, so it does feel like there's a little bit too much gotcha in it for me, and like it kind of like kicks me out of it. Like I'm there for the story, I'm there for a bit of the lore, but then all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, you can go to the recruit thing and you can get like 5 more units, and it's just like, wait, but they're pretty. They're pretty girls and
Yeah.
like boy band guys like from a Korean boy band or something like.
Mm.
It's just like, okay, she's a mechanic. How? She has a sniper rifle. Okay, but what really drags me into it? It didn't feel very gritty, but like when I even try getting into it just to do stuff, it does feel like it is front mission. Like it does have a lot of like some of the mechanics, like the link mechanic from 4, that's being shown in there as well too. That I think I just got. So it's interesting to play though. So far.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man. Sounds like I had a good time there. So what I've done this weekend was I decided to watch another movie. I watched K-pop Demon Hunters, and I enjoyed it. It was really fun.
Nice.
That's
good.
a movie. I thought it was a series.
It's a movie.
It's a movie.
That's
It's a movie. I give it a hard 3.5 to a 4, but I lean toward 3.5. Animations are good. Music choices, it's okay here and there. There's a couple of complaints about some character development, and I disagree with people saying the romance is forced. What romance? Spoiler! He does something that doesn't prove it's a romance, but that's about it. But yeah, I think people are just being weird about it. That's all. But I do appreciate the abs demon being unnaturally handsome. That just made me feel uncomfortable, so I started pump iron to prove I was a big strong man. That's what men do. Men do. We challenge each other through strengths, and that's why I started to take strong steroids. That's what they call it. The strongest steroids. I'm just kidding. I'm not a wrestler. So basically, like on a serious note, I enjoyed that. I saw that. Games I played on stream. I played. Let's see. I played last week. I played some. I think I played Hellclock last week. It's all So last week I played. I played Buccaneers Ship Shape. It's okay. Indie games, interesting. It's pretty short to the point. I did play some Hellclock, and I've also played. That's pretty much it. I think that's all I really played last week. I think that's all I really played. That's pretty much it. I think I only had 2 I think I only did 2 streams that week because of like summer. My pretty much working stream. Kathy Rain is under the weather, so I just did that. So that's about it. But off stream, I beat Guardian of the Galaxy on hard mode, which is really fun. That was a good experience. I played a lot of Capcom Fighting Collection. Because I wanted to see if I can do a standing 720 Maki setup, and I can. It is not recommended for Pain of Soul. It is tech. I don't like to say it is tech, but Maki 720 is an air grab. So imagine trying to tiger knee on the ground as low as you can. It's crazy. It is not for the faint of heart. It doesn't make you a better player, but it will make you feel good on the inside. So I played some breaks. I played some Breaker's Revenge online. That was really fun.
Ooh, I still play that. I still have to try that.
It's a good game. It's a good iteration of like a Super Turbo S fighting. I played some Risk of Range Returns. Not Risk of Range 1, the remaster Risk of Range Returns, which was really fun. Yep. I played a lot of Marvel Rivals. I was playing with my friend Gabe. He hasn't played in a while, and he was playing Penny Parker, and I was playing Rocket Raccoon. It was some good games. And essentially, I told him. Essentially, he learned the buff that Penny got with Rocket Raccoon, getting a second mind nest, essentially becoming anime Oppenheimer. So That kind of was a thing. And I've also played a lot of Final Fantasy 14. I have a new thing coming up soon. I'll be grinding PvP, which I've been practicing lately. The PvP seems just started. There's been changes to PvP, so I'm excited to try that, to stream it this week. And I promise to be Endwalker this year. I promise I will be Endwalker this year. And I've also been playing, since I finished Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy. I've been playing Breath of Death, the reanimated. I finally had a chance to sit down and play the game, and man, that game it's a game. I compare it was one of Weed Zombie's first game. It's remastered by Shadow Layers, and I feel like, man, this game is still rough around the edges in some capacity. A lot of RNG elements and things like that. But that's what I've been playing, and that's pretty much it. I've also been jokingly considering wanting to learn how to play not Tekken 8. I was jokingly considering what if I learn King of Fighters 97 and then play Fightcade on it, relearn a couple of the broken glitches Infinite and go online and see what happens, you know.
With or without the emergency.
What's the worst that can happen, right?
With or without the emergency escapes.
I'm going to look inside yourself. You know the answer, okay?
No, I'm not gonna do that. Better, you know. That's funny, actually. I've only seen emergency escapes once in '98, ever done. The computer did it, and I'm just there what the fuck? You can do that? Sorry, my bad.
No, it's all good, man. I appreciate that. Trust me, you know what I'm gonna do with that. But that's what I've been up to. Just a couple of streaming games here and there. Off stream, playing some a lot of Marvel, both Guardians of the Galaxy and Rivals, and playing Final Fantasy 14 and a couple of other small things. So that's what I've been up to. So now we're all caught up. We've been up to. The first question of the day is, I don't feel comfortable asking about this. It's a topic that I feel it's so hard to get around, but
you're a gamer. You have to.
Yeah, gamer. It's
what happens.
So you're a gamer. You've been a gamer since the '90s, right? You have to ask this question. It's a question. It's a question I don't even give us thought about. It's just whatever, right? And it's a personal thing. But the question is, is exclusivity important to consoles? Now, if you listen to other people in the podcast, I think Keith is here. He doesn't believe in that because he's an Xbox fan, and Xbox people don't have spines anymore because they gave up everything to be everywhere. Let's just be honest with that. That's not even an insult. Every Xbox person will answer this question no, because they don't believe it anymore because they're trying to overcake the market. Okay, let's out the system. For you guys to actually play video games, is it really important? Me, I've never given much thought as much anymore because it's always like, do I want this game? Yeah. You know, that's the way I look at it. Do I want this game? I mean, for myself, yes. But, yeah. I mean, it's hard to say nowadays because of the bleeding of the worlds, right? Like, back in the day when it was important, we got a lot of amazing experiences from those games. Like, for instance, one of the best examples is Aladdin, right? The Aladdin port on the Genesis, that had a lot of TLC. They had animators.
I'm gonna stop you there. That game was a war crime as a platform game. Okay, but I got FBI kicking down. FBI, but no. Yeah. That happened. So
I disagree, but
you disagree.
Like I'm saying,
you're from Canada.
Seriously,
yeah, we'll break into a young Caribbean kid's door, but they do it in America.
Hey, they cared. You know what I mean? It just felt like they felt as if they wanted to say, okay, Genesis, this was the system. This was what you needed to jump onto. And they were able to exploit that by utilizing the technology on there, right? And compared to the Capcom game where it was like, oh, well, you know what? Yeah, we got Aladdin. We got this developer to show up. We're just gonna make this.
Well, no, exactly. Great. Yeah, and that in and of itself is a different type of thing. That's a different exclusivity. When games started, this is I would say early multi-platform games. Early multi-platform games, people noticed or cared the difference between games. Some game differences was graphical, such as Sega Genesis versus Super Nintendo. Some were exclusive character content. Some had extra modes. Some had cheat codes. So that's that's two games. I'm talking about like that's exclusivity. Let's talk about like true exclusivity. Like you can't play Streets of Rage 2 unless you had a Sega Genesis at the time. You can't play Mario unless you own a Super Nintendo.
Yeah,
you couldn't find me outside of the arcade unless you put money in that third strike. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I agree with you on that. Like, I feel like it is important because that's one of the things that should be used to sell a console, right? Like,
right. Yeah, I'm in the same boat with that.
Yeah, like that whole experience that you're gonna get from there. Like Nintendo, it's like always the same thing where it's like, yeah, you can only get Mario here. You can't get Mario anywhere else. This is it for Mario. I mean, sure, you can argue in the 70s and in the 80s, you can go to the arcade and play Jumpman, but right? Like, what are you really doing? You can get Donkey Kong, and Donkey Kong showed up on Atari, but it's like, oh, but what do you? That's not the house. You know what I mean? That's just some regular thing that Nintendo gave out because they felt bad, right? That's like, compared to basically what you're getting on that console, right? Because it was important.
Right, exactly. It's interesting because it's like, to me, like even when like the age of exclusivity didn't matter, when people started bleeding that, again, Soul Calibur 2, and to me, you think Soul Calibur 2 is a goated game for everyone who had a chance to play it on the exclusive. There's all different experiences. There was difference playing the PlayStation version, the PS2 version, but playing the GameCube version to playing the Xbox version. And I think that made a difference to people. Well, though I think fighting game exclusive characters is pretty wild, but as a fighting game guy, it was a time. It was a casual. We all vibing. And I feel like exclusivity matters to people, and it's like like I said to Keith, and he wasn't buying it. Like, it's an emotional argument. It's an argument that you can't really win against, but it matters because it kind of respects the contract, or I would say like the unspoken promise. Like, let's be honest, Scott owns a Sega Saturn only so he can play Legend of Heroes. Jokingly. Not jokingly.
The OG.
The OGs. Yeah, exactly.
I thought you were gonna say what's it called? What was it? Guardian Force?
No. Guardian Heroes. You think?
Guardian Heroes. Yes. Guardian Heroes.
Guardian Heroes is lit, but
I would have owned a Sega Saturn for that game. I mean, sure.
I've also 19 to Dreams was my jam, but that's a different. That was a young silliest, but I feel like that type of thing.
The stalking car. Come on, that's
the stalking car. Exactly. Yeah.
Stalking car.
Stalking car. God, dude. God. But it's like that unspoken promise. If you bought a console and it has a game that's made in-house or designed by them only for you, has to be honored. I think that promise is unspoken. Saying it doesn't matter doesn't mean it feels like a betrayal of like a misunderstanding or idea of, well, that doesn't matter. Does it though? Because here's the thing. Regardless of how many people could feel about Nintendo with the potential price hikes that may have happened and I would politely say this, I'm not going to be tinfoil hat here, a little conspiracy there. The forced scarcity of the initial Switch 2 launch. Again, conspiracy theory, I don't know if it's true, Scott. If it's true, let me know. I'm being a little tinfoil hat here. They still honor the exclusivity of it. They still like Nintendo, and it's saying like, oh, it's Nintendo. No, it's not. They honored that old school contract. If I bought a game by you, and it's made by you, I have to do this to do that. That pushes sales. That's Kevin pointed. So I think it matters in a way, and it matters to people who care about that. Yeah. Like, I'm sorry, if I own a PS5, and they told me that Killzone 2, whatever the latest Killzone, was only going to be PS5 exclusive, and I see it as a PS5 exclusive, then I'll buy it for that and I'll have a good time.
Yep.
But if they said that Killzone's multi-platform, I don't need to buy a PS5. Nope. And as Kevin pointed out earlier, and he's correct, that was a way to sell on consoles.
Yeah. I mean,
who still sells consoles, by the way? Nintendo. So we had to sell on consoles.
Exactly. Like, I bought Smash Ultimate. I bought Switch, the original Switch for Smash Ultimate. Mm-hmm. All my friends are playing it. I'm like, oh shit, I should try this. And it's like I've always tried. I've played Smashes since the 64 version, but I never really bought an actual console just to say, okay, I'm buying this I'm buying this to play Smash. That's its own experience, and that was cool to see that Nintendo was still going to be doing that regardless. So yeah, like it does feel like it does matter, like especially like even with the teams that they have right now, Intelligent Systems, yeah, like stuff from them, stuff from Camelot, stuff
Yeah.
from a bunch of those
Like-
guys. They
the funny thing is,
support them. Yeah,
oh yeah, like for example, like as much as I mean this as a no insult, like I love Camelot Games. One of my favorite. I love their sports games. They make for GPA. I love Golden Sun. They make good games. Here's the blow up, right? Golden Sun is like, let's say about a decade plus half old, right? Maybe 2 decades. Could be wrong, but let's say decade plus old.
It's old.
2 decades if you're counting the original.
Yeah.
Let's not go that far. I'm trying to sound young
We're
here,
going with
man.
the last
my
Golden
youth.
Sun game that came out in like 2014 on the DS.
Yo,
Yeah,
don't
man.
make me bust out the skippity, please, man. I'm trying to be a young man here. Jokingly, but in a serious note, it's like Golden Sun is a decade plus old. They're still not going to give me. They're not going to put it on PC. Okay, I had to find other ways to. I would have exactly. Like even like it's an old title. They can make money putting it on PC. That's not their jam. They don't want to. That's not the thing. They honor that contract, and I think that to a lot of people, to a lot of gamers, that mindset, that contract, that exclusivity matters to them. Like the best way to describe it is that Kevin and Scott, you guys are anime manga fans?
Oh yeah.
Okay, you guys are aware of the big publishers in Japan, Kodansha, Shueisha, Kodokawa.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's be honest here. I'm hoping that both of you are fans of the greatest manga of all time, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, written by Araki, who has no faults, the GOAT, my GOAT. And you're also a fan of the late Akira Toriyama Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Now, Dragon Ball Z and I would say JoJo are strongly mangas. I could even say One Piece up there too. They're globally super successful. They get printed 1,000 times over.
Yep.
Wouldn't it be weird? Well, they could get more market if you just let them print on the Kodansha. No. Why would you do that? Why would you? Like, it dishonors the contracts of being a Shueisha property. It helped define the label and the genre.
Yep.
The label and the printing press. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's the basic way of understanding that.
That's
If
a
this
part
is
of
well-
the identity. Yeah,
Exactly.
it's important.
Right. So why in God's name would you think that, like, oh, well, you can make more money putting Kodansha? They could. And by the way, Kodansha has great books under them too. They have great, like, I think they own, yes, they do. They own Rave Master, they have Fairy Tail, they have Initial D, they have To Your Eternity. Again, Kodansha has a great books under their roster as well. Let's not insult to them whatsoever. But the idea of, well, I can make more money by cross-pollinating my Kevin, the other way to put it, the founding block of my brand to another brand is a good idea.
Mm.
That's a sort of desperation, or that means your brand is not strong.
Which is crazy because that's happening now with Xbox, where they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna put Gears on PlayStation. It's like, no, but Gears is a strong brand. Like,
Yeah.
I don't need to play this on PlayStation. Oh sure, I'll get DualSense, and they'll make me hear Locust a little better, I guess, when they get sliced up. It's like,
Yeah, get the chainsaw ribbon,
That's
Yeah.
not good. Like,
I think the weird thing too with it is like these Xbox games almost perform better on PlayStation 5 because their base console they're going for is the base PS5, whereas with Xbox, a lot of their games are going after the Xbox Series S as their base model.
yeah. Oh, true.
Which is weird because, like, Hellblade 2 is apparently coming out on PlayStation. It's going to be instantly 60 frames per second, which Xbox has not been able to do on their own system because they based it on the Series S.
Yeah, because they're aiming down so they can be able to get more people to jump on it.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know, man. It's not the best strategy, man.
Right, and it also makes over time makes you look cheap. Like, why would I need to buy Xbox games? It'll be anywhere anyway. Who cares? Which forces you to lower your price. Again,
everything is an
really
Xbox. Yeah,
everything's an Xbox. Yeah,
everything's
yeah,
an
exactly.
Xbox.
Like, my A6 freaking Samsung phone is an Xbox now. Why not?
My wireless email that makes business RIM BlackBerry from the year 2000s if it can play Xbox games.
Just get it on an internet browser, you're good. And I was
Right, but it like I said, by lowering the bar, it's just kind of not a great thing. I think that like exclusivity matters. There's nothing wrong with like third-party games doing it. Again, like I'm gonna be honest with you. Scott's probably a big fan. He can confirm this. I think The Legend of Heroes started on Saturn and PlayStation 1. I could be
and then it
Scott.
eventually went to just being a PSP series.
Exactly.
I thought that series itself started like on the NES. No.
No, you're thinking of Yeast.
Yeast did start on the NES.
Yeast started on NES.
Oh wait, so
Yeah.
Legend of Heroes is a spin-off of Yeast.
No, well, not really. It's not okay. All right.
Basically,
Scott,
they got sick of action RPG and decided they were going to do turn-based RPG.
That's joke one. In reality,
It's still around though. Like Nordic.
it's still around. Yeah. So I think
Yeast is still coming. Yeah, Proud Nordics is coming out this year. I think.
Proud Nordic.
Proud Nordic. It's 10 complete.
Proud Nordic.
Proud Nordic.
That's what they decided to go on for their complete collection of Yeast.
Yeah, I would, and they're doing a remake
Proud
of
Nordics.
Yeah, they're doing a remake of Fegalia, which is 8, I believe, 8 or 5.
Yeah.
I believe.
Something like that.
Something like that, yeah, if I remember correctly. But it's like, so yeah. But it's like, but yeah, Yeast was a Nintendo game, got on Sega's Genesis. I think it was like I think they went to PlayStation, etc. It's everywhere. So it's like a third-party company is fine. Like no one loses their mind over it to a certain degree.
Yeah.
I mean, you could argue exclusivity, like how like Square Enix used to be somewhat more exclusive to Sony and Nintendo, but now they're kind of expanding a bit. I mean, etc. But it's like with certain games in-house matters.
Because they're taking a lot of losses now. That's the problem.
Yeah.
There's also
It's going to be interesting seeing how the multi-platform strategy goes for them, because it's like, yes, they did lose sales on like exclusives, but the other thing is a lot of their actual development costs were also paid up front by those publishers.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And from the console. So it's going to be like they may be gaining more profit, perhaps, but they're also taking a huge risk and basically having to cover the cost of their own development.
Mm-hmm. Which might make them make smaller games or less risky projects, or may not. Let's be honest. There's a couple of franchises for Square I think did a good job. I would like to see continuation. Again, Visions of Mana is a good game. I think that entire team did a fantastic job, like making. Visions of Mana is not a kiddie game. I like that adult feel. They need to like add that energy, keep that energy. So I want that to be there. Things like that.
Really? I gotta.
Visions of Mana is really good. No,
Visions of Mana is good. If you haven't played it, you should.
I need to, man. I mean, after beating Seiken Densetsu 3, I've been dying to like get it back into
the Trials of Mana remaster is really excellent in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's
amazing. Trials of Mana is a good remaster.
Oh, totally. Like I played the Super Famicom version to start.
Forever ago. No,
forever ago. Yeah.
Just hearing the voiceovers outside of Charlotte. I mean, and everything else in the Polish. Yeah, it's amazing. Right?
Yeah, it's good. That's good to hear. But it's like
you're right about the exclusivity part. Sorry.
No, it's all right. Sorry. I was saying like it's like exclusivity in consoles. It matters like game design, whatever defines them. And for Square, as we pointed, Square is moving to multi-platform, so it's a lot more risk to them. So it might be smaller projects. Depends, which mean maybe fast development cycle. Who knows or whatever. Scott and I will talk more about this in a future Triple S, aka Support Saves Coming podcast, but it's a Spectator Mode. So the thing is that like I think exclusivity matters to the people who buy it and own it. If it doesn't matter to you, that's fine. But to deny that its power and hold over people who want to own something exclusive matters, because exclusivity plays an aspect in many people's lives of it matter. Again, even food. Sorry, you gonna say something?
Oh, you're absolutely right about it. Like especially the fact of exclusivity, it kind of encourages competition, right? Like,
yeah.
I mean, if it wasn't for some exclusivity, like you wouldn't have the systems that we have today, right? Like the whole video games on a level of consoles, they were built on competition and exclusivity. Without that, we'd be lost. And so, but I do see Xbox taking that L, or Square saying, okay, we're just gonna do this differently. It kind of, I'm scared of that, because what happens next, right? Like
Right.
when I see something like Marvel Token saying, all right, we're gonna be on PlayStation for now. That's great, because it's saying, okay, at least now people care still about putting fighting games on systems where, like, even back in the day, me and you both know that, yeah, PlayStation ran fighting games. So
Yeah.
it's like seeing that again. It's good, but again, like, it's all about, to me, it feels like exclusivity is really important thanks to that.
Pretty much, and like I said, like exclusivity matters in many things, from gaming, even food. You can you go to Burger King and get a Big Mac? No, you can't. It's exclusive to McDonald's. That's all I gotta say.
That's why the Whopper versus Big Mac wars. No,
exactly. Hell,
well,
like,
the BK Big King kind of feels like they tried their
they tried making the Big Mac.
It's like, exactly. Even then, like Scott, Scott's from the PNW, he'll see people fighting over his local burger chain called Dick's versus In-N-Out versus Five Guys is Whataburger. That exclusivity matters, man. and
Dick's is still the best.
Yeah. And in Canada, we got, oh god, what's that? There's this I forgot this place. This this pastrami spot in Toronto.
Drugsies.
It's like a diner. It's like a diner. It's like kind of not diner, but you know what I'm talking about. It's a pastrami spot in Toronto. It's one of the best. I'm not even joking. You know what I'm talking about.
Is it Drugsies?
I think it's Drugsies. Yeah, I think it's Drugsies. Yeah. Drugsies versus that bar spot in Montreal. Like, it's crazy. I forgot. It's on my head. But in general, though, that's exclusivity.
Yeah.
You can say it's toxic, whatever, but it matters to people, and I think it cares. It's a feeling thing that I don't like arguing for, because it's like, it makes me like, brother, there are so many memories I have because of it. And because of, like, when my dad bought me Mega Man X for my Super Nintendo, that was peak.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean,
like,
that's just what it is, man. Like,
do I think gamers need to own every? Yeah, exactly.
No, like, because, like, when we came from the 90s, we had to choose an ecosystem.
Yeah.
Right. We didn't have the ability to say, okay, I'm gonna buy a Super Nintendo today, and then TurboGrafx 16 probably in about
tomorrow.
2 weeks, you know? Like,
bust up the Jaguar next week, you know.
Jaguar, the 3DO.
You had one outlet for, like, a gaming console.
Exactly.
Because the other outlet was the cable.
Right, and nowadays there's a lot more game developers being more multi-platform. That's true, but it's like exclusivity still matters because it kind of draws a lot of the experience from it. Like, do I think it bothers me that if God of War comes out for Sony in exclusive for like 2 years, and then a year later it comes out for PC? Not really, because people still think of it as a Sony game. Same with Spider-Man. Spider-Man's on PC, but people still think of it as a Sony game. It doesn't matter. Like, and the thing is that, like, Microsoft, Gears of War is for PS5. I still think it's a Microsoft game, but that's the thing. That's what describe it. Like, people still think of it associated to its production. So it's like exclusivity matters because it still creates that mental image.
Exactly. I mean, it's a part of the brand, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's always going to be a part of the brand.
Yeah, and speaking of mental images, Marvel Rivals will be addressing EEOM soon. Do you guys are aware what is EEOM?
No.
Okay. So it's in their heads. It's a conspiracy. So EEOM is engagement optimization matchmaking. Basically, it's a system that is designed to engage you to keep playing matchmaking for longer periods of time so they get statistics, whatever they want. So a lot of people believe EEOM works in a way where you can play, like, get 20, you can lose 3 games in a row, you'll win 1 game, and then go on a win streak afterwards. It kind of balances the highs and lows for you and pad it in between. People in Marvel Rivals believe this happened to them based on their ranked games and people playing it. Personally, it's conspiracy bait and another way to blame losses and or disavow people's winnings to a certain degree. I think the matchmaking in Marvel Rivals is a bit wonky because in quick play, you can get sometimes bot matches, and I don't know how that is triggered. You can sometimes play bots. People confirm
Yeah,
there
I
are
think the
some
bot
that are
matches come as if you lose more than like 3 times in a row on a quick play match. Then they'll like automatically send you to a bot match because they're like, you suck. No,
pretty much. Yeah. Okay, so that's how it triggers it. So that happens.
Yeah.
In Marvel Rivals, the matchmaking for a quick play is also random. You can play. You can be like. I'm going to say it politely here. You guys are probably gold plat players, right? Gold.
If
plat,
I was
diamond players.
probably to get serious, I'd probably be gold. Is my guess.
You'll stop at gold. You'll get this free skin and leave.
I'd get the free skin and leave. Yes.
All right. You know, that's what. By the way, that's how I became an MMA. I lived like last season. I just grinded so I get the mommy skin and left. I didn't care about nothing else. Okay.
Yeah.
After I made an alt account of grinding to Grandmaster with Ultron to see if he's bad, it's like that's all I wanted to know. He's not that bad. And by the way, GM3. Don't worry, it's not that hard. It's just GM3. Just me pulling my hair out for GM3. Not that hard. It's painstaking. But yeah, but Emma's mommy, and we respect women because she is the white queen, and we all respect all women are queens, particularly Emma Frost, right, Kevin Kelly? Right? She is called the White Queen of the Hellfire Club. Can you like visualize that's actually in the title? You won't even say it. What a sexist. What a misogynist.
He just doesn't want to say the word because you're going to edit the video. No.
Oh my God! Come on, bro! No, not like this. That's why he lost that 7-year-old and then Impact because he just like whamming. Yeah. But and a serious note, regardless of your skill level in quick play in Marvel Rivals, and this is a quick play because I'll talk about competitive later, is that you could be matched with people who are first timers, bronze, silver, gold, celestial players, and you can get curb stomped. It's a wide range of skill. And now that's the whole point of quick play. Just random, do whatever. In ranked play is the Wild West. I currently say this, and I don't want people to say to me, you know what the hardest rank in Marvel Rivals is? You guys know what the hardest rank is? Guess. Take a guess.
Bronze? No.
I'd assume it's the hardest rank. I would definitely say Master rank.
No, it's not. It's Scott. Scott wins the point here. This is why he is the greatest co-host of all time, and he will be rewarded with a X-Men T-shirt next week. He'll get his Logan T-shirt. He was at Snowball. It is actually bronze. You know why? There are people in bronze because when you start the season or any part of the season, there are people in bronze. Could be anything. You could get a game where you curb stomp people. You get a game where you get rolled. You can get a game where people don't even know how to do basic things. And this is basic things. I'm not talking about aiming. There are people
they don't know how to walk forward sometimes.
Walk forward. Oh God, yeah. You can get people who don't know how to use certain abilities. So Kevin, when you play Marvel Rivals, are you aware of remember Luna Snow's Snowflake? I played people who never applied Luna Snow's Snowflake. I played people that never used Rocket's BRB Revival Machine. I played people that never cast a dome. The light dome that heals you from Cloak and Dagger and bronze. Now here's the thing
people who like don't raise the shield as Doctor Strange.
Oh my God, I'm not joking. That happened to me last night in my game. I was playing Rocket, and this guy just kept running forward, throwing hands. I'm like, use your shield. You're up in tank, please, please. So you can get a wide range of people in bronze. And by the way, this also happens climb up ranks. Now, Marvel's rival competitive system has a unique system tied to it. This system's called the Chrono Shield. If you lose enough games, your next loss doesn't matter. It's a nice idea. You know that rewards you doing, Kevin? Guess what rewards you doing?
Throwing.
What? Some people use it to throw. That's correct. You know what's rewards you, Kevin? What? It just either A, continue grinding, or B, here's the thing. You just keep grinding until you win. Now, there are people in Rivals where people have said in rank they don't deserve their rank or their one tricks. Now, here's the thing. Because a Chrono Shield system exists, you can be a pretty dog shit, the worst Punisher in the world and still hit gold. You know why? If every one loss is negated, and let's say you win 2 out of 5 matches, and you get if you score higher in your points and Rivals, you can still rank up. Now, here's the thing: Marvel Rivals, everyone doesn't get the same amount of points of ranking up.
Nope.
They use a stat system to boost you up. So if you get the most kills or final blows, you'll get more points than a tank who saved you by casting Hulk Shield or Magneto Bubble.
Yeah.
That is worth less than the stat number. There are skills and indication in the game that are not measured by stats, so higher stats climb up. So let's just say you're the dog shit Punisher. You win 2 out of 5 games. If every game you win gets you roughly 43 points or 45 points, you need 100 to rank up. You hit 90, you lose 1. You win the next one, you hit a rank. You see what I'm saying? Because your stats are good. And by the way, with good stats, you also lose less points. You see, there's a lot of problems with Marvel's matchmaking system, but it's not EEOM. EEOM is a mindset conspiracy to blame thing. The problem with Marvel's rank rival system is that the stats matter too much stat padding. There are people who don't deserve their rank based on skill because you can just grind out and hit higher ranks. I've seen people at Diamond don't know how to heal or swap.
Oh,
I've seen people say GG no heals and don't know how to peel for people in Grandmaster. Peeling is when you peel back to defend a healer or someone getting dived on. Now, Scott, I'm going to say this politely, he plays Captain America, your war criminal. Captain America can jump in the back line and punch someone's face in. Can you admit that? That's what he does? If no one is stopping Captain America from punching your face in, did you just lose a character just because, for no reason? Yeah. People don't know how to turn around and shoot the Captain America or help the guy getting jumped on. Because that's what Captain America does. He can do this all day. Quite literally.
Pretty much. Go in, kill a healer or two, jump away, and then they're like, what happened? And you're just laughing to yourself of, I don't know, what did happen?
What did happen? And then you win the team. So people don't know how to do that. People also don't know how to communicate at high levels. It's embarrassing. People don't respect by the way, they made a ping system. You can ping people like, I see Iron Man, defend the point. Like, Kevin, you play Iron Man. You know what you're doing. If you see Iron Man flying to a certain corner and he says, Proton! And you still get killed. What's going on here?
You're not paying attention.
Exactly. Especially when you're paying attention. Iron Man. Yeah. So the problem with Marvel... Exactly. The problem with Marvel Rivals is that there are a lot of skill set in between grinding, and grinding doesn't kind of reward, in my opinion, certain skills. It kind of rewards more time than anything else because of Chrono Shield and other systems in place. Another problem with Marvel Rivals is that I will personally say that some people suggested to take an idea from the competitor Overwatch. Overwatch uses a placement system where after 10 games, 5 to 10 games, I forgot the amount because they always change it.
Yeah, I think it was. I think they did 5 games. Or they did 10, and then they moved it to 5.
They would have 5. Okay, so it's like after 5 games, or a certain amount of games, they look at your stats, look how well you did, win or loss, and then throw you in a rank every season. Yeah. So this helps people from not landing in the hellhole that's bronze every season at the end of the season, because you go down a couple of ranks at the end of every season. Yeah. And the thing is that the reason why these rank resets happen is because it's an easier way of doing it. This is like League of Legends design. A lot of Marvel Rivals to game design philosophy are bits and pieces from other games. Let's be honest. They take ideas from League of Legends. They took ideas from Overwatch. They took ideas from TF2. Hell, let's be honest. Namor's a turret character. Namor's engineer without the dispenser. He's literally engineer. He's literally engineer. So that's it. So every season, everyone falls at the end of the season. When season 4 comes out, when season 4 ends, everyone's gonna be back at bronze. And the blow up is that now seasons are faster. Instead of being about 1.5 months or 2.5 months, it's just 1 month now. A season is 2 months. First half of season is a month. The second half of season month is 2 months. So this is happening in and out every 2 months. In my opinion, this might increase burnout from people, or people feeling that their play doesn't matter anymore, defeats mental decay, which led to people believing in EEOM. engagement online multiplayer matchmaking system. They believe in that. That's what EEOM is. Now, the community has been saying this for a year, and Marvel Rivals is very tapped into community. If you look at the skins and the emotes and the memes they put in, like they clearly knew to give Blades, Marvel movie music into the game. That was a good idea.
Yeah.
Having Venom do the twerk based on a meme is hilarious. The thing, aka the thong being a skin, that was a good idea. That was funny.
Has it really been a year since Marvel Rivals came out?
Yeah.
It's been 6. Yeah, it's been 6 months. Oh God, I think it's been over 6 months. I could check. It's been a year. Wow, it's crazy.
What has?
Time flies.
Wait a minute. I gotta see this.
I don't think it's been a year. I think it's been like 2 seasons at 2.5 months. So maybe like I want to say 8 months.
8 months,
Maybe
yeah.
8 months.
Oh, 8 months.
Came out December 6th, 2024.
Jeez.
Not yet.
So
We're
it's
almost
been
there.
about 8 months, yeah.
That's
Wow.
so
The math guy did the math. Give him an award, people. But that's kind of the problem. So I think people feeling fatigued and burnt out for how the system feels like, because the problem with Marvel Rivals is that it's a skill cap of more people. And here's a real issue. Not everyone's playing for competitive. People playing for fun. And they're my ranked games. That's a different problem. There's also a problem with toxicity and throwing and people saying horrible things online. I think I sent some screenshots to Scott a while back about people toxic. I sent one to you too, Kevin. People said horrible things about me. It's crazy. Like, I'm trying to be positive and said, by the way, this guy was still toxic after we lost. You know what? I'm going to read that. I'm going to read that toxic mark. I'm going to pull it up. Because it is insane. It is one of the more insane moments of my Marvel Rivals career, jokingly, because I cannot believe that people, even when they're winning, still act like this.
It's nuts, man.
Yeah. Like, it's crazy. It's just crazy, dog. I gotta find it now. Oh God. But anywho, this long story short, what makes this crazy in that regard is like this. So in this game right here, so basically I was in a game and I was playing Mr. Fantastic, and which is one of my favorite DPSs I play. I actually enjoy Mr. Fantastic.
He's a fun one to play, especially if you are good at being a tank.
Yeah. I legit blame me learning to play tank because I was trying to learn tank, and I was like, I played Mr. Fantastic. I could play Emma pretty decently, but basically the story goes as like this guy was complaining that Spider-Man is on him, and I tried peeling for him, and this Spider-Man was good. This was a very good Spider-Man. He knew how to jump in.
One of the few.
I gotta respect. If I see a good Spider-Man, I see a good Spider-Man. I gotta respect on people's names. I gotta he jumped in, he jumped out, he knew how to target this Susan. My Susan was also dog shit, but it doesn't matter. Like, it happens. Like, you can still win games with bad players because you have to do a lot more carry and other things. But the idea is that this is just like, oh, you're not peeling for me. So I spent time babysitting back to them. Like, and Spider-Man got away a couple of times, right? I did what I could. Right? And I'm like, we won the game, and I politely said in chat, I was like, please, could you swap over to another healer if you're having a problem with Spider-Man? You can swap over to Rocket. This is before they nerfed Rocket's dash, by the way. I think it was season 1. It was season 1. You can switch to Rocket. You can play Mantis, hit a good sleep. You could swap to Loki. You could just turn invisible. Hell, Luna's a good pick. I mean, look. If you hit that snowball, you're like GOAT. What if Susan had to protect herself from what's it called? What's that skill called? From Spider-Man, the boop, the push and pull, right? So he's like, and then he's like, we can't switch because I'm one of the main healers. We had a cloak and dagger. So whatever, right? And I stand by this. I think Cloak and Dagger is super strong. I think people are sleeping on them. I know they're easy to play, but I think Cloak and Dagger is S tier. I stand by that. I actually think Cloak and Dagger is legit S tier. But that's just me off my horse there. So the game was there. The game was there, and then we would whatever. We won. They're still being toxic. They're still being blaming. Blah blah blah. And we won the game, by the way. We won the game because of not because of Misfit Test Play. We had a really good. We had good tank synergy. The Cloak and Dagger. This Cloak and Dagger would use their the carpet, the us against the world, to protect us from ultimate. Their timing was peak. I have to respect that. And I play Cloak and Dagger. I'm not even at that level. I gotta respect that. I have respect on people's name. You know what I'm saying? And we also had this sick, nasty Psylocke who legitimately was solo ult anytime they saw that Thor. They would do the the Psylocke combo, Kevin, right? It's shotgun, you shoot them, you do the shuriken, dash, ultimate. Deleted that Thor that Thor tried to ult to get away. It was nope. Behold the god.
I'm sure that Thor was raging.
Oh, bro. He was doing random full screen awakening. He was cooked. He was cooked better than a steak, man. I was that's cooking. So what made it worse is that we won the game. And the person was well, GG's, you should have healed for me. We won the game anyway. We won the game. It was really bad. It was I just couldn't believe them just going popping off, saying, well, because I said that we won the game anyway. It doesn't matter. Can you please stop? It's over. And it's they still were being toxic. I'm what is wrong with you? You won the game. It's over. STFU, CBOW. If you know what CBOW means, you know what I'm talking about. You won the game.
Mm-hmm.
What is wrong with you people? And it's it says a lot. And I couldn't believe the mental cookness of this person. And that's a thing that I feel that's a problem with the Marvel Rivals in a nutshell. There's an element of the community that just sit and bitch and moan and complain instead of getting better. They blame EEOM whatever instead of just getting better at the game to play better. And there are some games you're going to lose. I'm going to hold that. You get salty, whatever, but it's look at how you lost and why you lost. They're saying GG no heals, GG no tanks. There's a lot of situations that happen into that. I'm sorry. Let me be honest with you. If Scott plays Captain America, if Scott dives out of the range of getting healed, he's on his own. I can't heal through that. That's not happening. He has to make awareness of that. Because if you're going to say, well, tank, well, support, get serious, you should move up closer Rocket or move up closer Cloak and Dagger. I'm if I move up closer, I also make myself a target. Who else is peeling for me in the battlefield?
Yeah. When you're someone who's a mobile character, you have to remember that you do not all your supports are wanting to be mobile.
Or at least can be mobile. There's a reason why that, unironically, that Mantis and Mantis and Ultron sometimes pair decently with Dive because they can throw the drone on him and they'll dive and do whatever. Mantis can throw a heal leaf on you, and that's enough to keep you alive so you can jump out when you can. It's not, by the way, it's not good healing. It's enough, it's enough. But that's kind of the problem. And I think that a lot of people don't understand that about the game they play. They're too busy, trying to find it out to excuse. Kevin, you play fighting games. How many times people say, you picked the top tier. So what? You should have known better. You're playing a fighting game. How much you want to bet that you got this complaint by playing Maya Street Fighter 6? Purely one because you zone. Maya has good neutral. If you played her in any game, she's chokingly one of the neutral queens of the KOF series and Fatal Fury. Yeah, and it's you only won because you spammed that's the game plan. You should have known better. If you saw it and you didn't do anything about it, that's on you.
Oh yeah, totally. It's just one of
It's
those
just like,
things.
yeah, but that's EEOM in a nutshell. It's more of an idea thing because it has to be proven yet. The developer is going to be doing a YouTube video soon talking about it and like addressing it, because I think that like matchmaking just feels lopsided. And matchmaking lopsided because you have people who know how to play, people who don't know how to play, casuals, and I hate to say it, this game is free to play.
Yep.
So people don't feel the risk to like learn something in free to play game. This isn't World of Warcraft where being bad costs you money.
Yeah.
Or Final Fantasy 14, being bad costs you money.
Yeah, I
Pretty
think
much,
that's
yeah.
also like an issue too of being the free to play model is you have the door open to all of the people who don't know how to play.
Yeah.
It is the widest door, but the most dangerous results.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, they did it because they wanted to have better accessibility. Better accessible content for everybody, right? Like,
Exactly.
that's
Yes.
the way you can do a free to play, and not only that, like it's for them, it's their encouragement to keep updating the game and creating a lot more DLCs in order to sustain the model, right? Like, oh yeah, sure, we can give you free characters, but yeah, remember that Marvel anime that came out in 2011? Yeah, we've got the skins for those. Your Wolverine
Yeah.
can look like either he's just dusty and he's just telling you welcome to New York, or the other Wolverine that has his claws literally like coming out like they're I don't know, Baraka from Mortal Kombat or something. Get that one too. It's just
Yeah. It's just crazy. And speaking of craziness, oh boy, do we got another one for you guys. So, the head of IGN is gone.
ooh,
The guy who ran IGN is no longer there. He left the company. He's out the door.
no shit.
Jeez.
Yeah, man. What does that mean for them? And there has been layoffs at IGN for a couple of months now. What is going on here?
I don't know. I mean, the quality of IGN hasn't been great for the last while, to be honest. Like, I mean, for me, I remember when I was a kid and I used to look up to IGN, but some of the takes that they've had recently have had things being put to question. I mean, sure, the Make or Break series for Mecha Break has been pretty insightful, and I feel like that's one of the best steps that they have forward. Saltzman's still cool with some of the fighting game content he's doing, but everything else just doesn't. I don't know. It's not the same. It feels like the content is definitely lacking what it used to be, and there's so much of a focus on trying to pander. I feel that's just me, really.
Yeah, it's difficult because IGN is one of those really big media. It's basically the media magazine and media of all time when it comes to video games.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's been that, they've also been very easily able to make their opinions known, but also it also has the problems of everyone taking IGN as you're either like super for what they say or you're super against it. There's very little nuance when it comes to actually discussing the actual IGN outlet.
Oh God, 100%. There are people who like IGN is a real gamer. It's a shill, blah blah blah, and like
Yeah.
there's people like me who look at IGN, and I mean this in a sort of IGN. I don't consider them a gaming review site or a gamer outlet. I consider them like more of a marketing arm because of how.
Yeah, absolutely.
I consider them a marketing company, a consultant, because it's like the things they do and the product they push. And the product they push with their legitimacy, because they have, I think they have a TV channel on like premium stuff. They have strong YouTube. They have became digital media. They're the one. They are the most milquetoast digital media people I've ever seen in my life, and they tread that line well. But I don't consider them equivalent to what myself, Scott, or Kevin does. And it's not as an insult because of they tread that line. I think of them as like the CNN of gaming. It just milquetoast that mid line. They don't exist as a CNN doesn't exist as a news thing. In my opinion, I think CNN exists as a reminder of the news.
Yeah,
jokingly, but it's like they exist as an output to sell, to push games that are out there to people buy them.
Mhm.
For those who aren't in the know,
Yeah, it feels like that, definitely. Like,
Yeah.
Again, quality's just not there anymore.
No, it's not, and it's not an insult to them because it's like compared to like more passionate gamer sites or reviewers or whatever, they're not there. I think that just like a stark reminder again, jokingly, everything is what 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10 review, like everything jokingly, right? There are some games that are so bad they don't even give it. They're like, well, it's a 6. I'm like, bro, you could just say it's a 0.
It's a 7. That seems to be the.
It's
The
just
song.
like, yeah.
Like what was the game that came out? Gollum, one of the worst games of the year. It's just like just say it's a 0. It's that bad.
It's like a 6. It's like this is not a 6.
This is not a 6.
The backpedaling, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, and it's like, and because again, IGN is in other media. They have a TV channel. They have other media outlets. They do other media things like comic books. They do a whole bunch of things. They are very milquetoast. It's designed for people, and I think that IGN makes money. It's designed for people who are not into games, who want to know about games but put no effort into gaming. It's like having a milquetoast version of myself, yourself, Kevin, or Scott, explain video games to somebody who don't want to hear the fluff in between. Like, hey, can you describe to me Tactics Ogre? You mean the greatest game of all time? I'm sorry. Tactics Ogre is an SRPG that is one of the founding fathers of the genre. It has so many references and intriguing writing that helped to rate the entire genre of what it is today. Some people call it the greatest. Some people consider it one of the top contenders. Now, that is Tactics Ogre. That's what they want. They don't want Tactics Ogre the greatest game of all time. If you don't play it, you should go play it right now. Go. It's go. That's what I would do, but they don't do that. Huh?
I love how you just went straight there. I mean,
it is. Come on, Tactics Ogre is one to go to the SRP genre. Like that. That's even like, come on.
It is totally.
Like, what you can tell me, like, yeah, I loved. What are you gonna do? You can pull, like, you know what? Actually, the real goat of SRPGs was Fire Emblem 1, the Genealogy War, because Marth kissed his sister. Whoa! That's the goat to you? Whoa, buddy! Whoa!
I'm surprised you didn't say Fire Emblem 7, where Lynn was just like, "Oh yeah, I don't care who comes. Go ahead, attack us. I don't give a shit."
No, Fire Emblem 7 is an open way for a lot of people. I feel like Shining Force is okay. Fire Emblem 7 through 9 are all solid. I would say the best Fire Emblem is 4 through 9. Pick one. Yep. 4 through 9. Pick one. They're all good. But the most people played is 7 through 9.
Yeah,
those games are good, but but if you like them, you also like Shining Force 1 and 2. I think the similarities are there, minus the support compensation. Yeah, so it's like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, so, Shining Force is definitely textbook. It's so many. I mean, sure. Yeah, pretty much textbook because you only have like what, one attack each time. Like, it's an exchange, similar to
it's a dance, and those animations. You know what I'm saying? But
totally,
but that's exactly.
Two or three frames. Yeah, that's great. 2 or 3
exactly.
frames.
Yeah, that's so good. Look at Sega's artwork though. That was cheap. That was what you bought the Sega for. You see those pixel art? That was sick, bro.
Totally.
And by the way, you don't get this at IGN. You don't get this. At IGN, they'll just say,
kills people in the forest. I loved it. That was
exactly. Yeah.
Go ahead. Just get over there. Get a couple of more of those little dwarfs in that spot.
Yeah, exactly.
Xylo,
yeah.
Just do what you got to
Xylo,
do.
yeah. We'll get the Xylo's my boy. Yeah, he's like, yo, he's a secret. You could actually people skip picking up Xylo because of that. You don't know. You can go back to the dungeon, to jail to pick him up. Yeah, people. Same thing with Diana. Or you get Diane for free, but yeah.
No, it's like what was it? You get not Rush. Oh, there was somebody else. I'm thinking CD.
Ernst.
Rush. Yeah.
Ernsty Knight. Yeah.
Man.
But it's like
classics.
But yeah, it's like, by the way, this is not to control. This you don't get this at IGN. IGN, at the end, it's milquetoast, and I don't think it's bad. But like their CEO left, there's been layoffs in the company. What does that mean for them? Are they doubling down on? Like I said, I don't know what's going on there. I don't think it's like here's tinfoil hat conspiracy mode. We go be conspiracy here. They're using AI. I said a conspiracy. Anyone have conspiracy points? Anybody conspiracy points?
Honestly, knowing how the industry itself at large is going, I do think that there is going to be a bit of AI that's going to account for all of the layoffs that IGN is going through, because it is quite a vast number, and it's going to require either a lot of new hires at a much cheaper rate, or they'll get a few hires that are, say, AI trained, so to speak, that can help edit articles more so than write them.
Right. But also that means that they're gutting the website division for like more videos or whatever, but they already have a strong video. It's like I said, I think it's just really wild for them, because it's like the way that the industry has been this year and the last year, there has been a lot of websites, a lot of like trial and tribulation. There's been a lot of people who lost jobs, lost businesses, a whole bunch of things happening in the gamer media space. And I feel like the gamer media space is evolving to a way where, unless you're somebody who has a lot of independent backing or their own money to do what they want, you're kind of you could be in trouble. Like I want to give a huge shout out to this guy. He's one of my favorite content creators. I love him. He's great. Frost. He used to work at Second Wind Games. I'm not gonna get to the drama about Second Wind Games, but the reporting and how he talks about gaming and game design and puts it in context from his hot take and cold take series. He's a fantastic guy. I think it's crazy that he gets majority of his money through Patreon and other means to support his research and other things that might happen. So unless you have a funding system like that to support yourself to create content, get quote unquote get effed, but like it's really hard, because journalism, gaming journalism or any type of journalism, whatever, money doesn't come as rapidly as it does. And that's why,
as much as people say they get paid for doing this, and it's just like, kind of not. We don't get paid for shilling. We shill because we like shilling.
Pretty
if
much.
I got paid for shilling, I'd be a much richer man.
True. Like, that's why I said I think everyone for following us on YouTube, people who subscribe to YouTube, follow us on our social medias, because that help us out, get us more notification. Because at the end of the day, journalism is, I think gaming journalism particularly, is about getting noticed. Monetary things here and there happen. I mean, there are inside talks where people talk about like how pay rates versus this site versus that site. Pay rates was universal. It's all over the place, man. I've seen people that, and this isn't happening, I know people does this, I'm not gonna be foul. They only pay you when the job's complete, and then they judge how much your pay rate is. It's not agreed up front, so you don't know how much you're gonna get paid until the video is live or whatever. Until the video or the article is up. So let's just say you think you can get a pay rate of a whole flat commission rate of $300. I'm like, yeah, I didn't like it that much. You got me hits. Here's $100. You got a third of what you get. You have to swallow that. Stuff like that. I don't think it happens anymore in the industry. It could happen, but things like that happen. It's pretty shady out there, And that's why I suggest you take up a second side job, like Kevin, being a world champion and former world champion and former world champion. Sorry.
I didn't train in the game. I don't have the game.
You lost to that 7-year-old girl. You admitted that she took your money and did the skippity. So I don't know what to get about that. And the Dudley as well. That trophy is no longer there. That's why you're shaking the camera. The trophy's gone. You're trying to hide the shame of when she took your trophy. That's what happened.
Yeah, exactly.
So, that happened. But in a serious note, like, I hope the people who go for IGN land on their feet, they get let go. I hope that, like, if IGN goes the route of backlash, I do hope the gaming community and media, like, speak out against it and fire or put the people under fire who made these changes the same way they put under the Master Visa card situation of fire as well, because we need to speak up. I think, regardless of about IGN is good for a lot of people who aren't in the sauce or who want it barely in the sauce. I think it's good for them, though I wish they will go down a further rabbit hole. That's how I feel like it. I feel like if IGN could be a good intro to looking at games, but you should look at other people who are better or at least more qualified to talk about games more. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to trust IGN and give me a rating of Street Fighter 6 over Kevin. Unless Kevin says that JP is a weak character and I'll start looking sideways. JP is weak, right? Bottom one. Can you say that so I can... Huh?
He's good zone, but I just don't agree with him. Like, I'm just not... I mean, every time I look at him, it just feels like, okay, they found a way to improve G, but I don't know if this is it. You know?
I feel like what they did was like we made half an anime trap character. That's what we did. We made half a testament essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. But look at that. Like you can get that type of analysis from that. Like I wouldn't trust IGN to make that level of analysis because they're like, well, it's blah blah blah. That's it. But you know, that's type of IGN. I think it's good. It's like CNN, but I hope that CEO lands on his feet. Maybe he'll make a new website, maybe make a new company. Because I think that regardless how I feel about him, he helped or at least was part of making a media empire. And that's a pretty big deal. And speaking of media empires, it's time to wrap up the show, boys. And I want to say something very nicely. Do you want to support our media empire? Be sure to follow us on Blue Sky. Subscribe on YouTube. Check out Spectator Mode Podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Buzzsprout, Spotify, and where podcasts are hosted. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at The Outer Haven, Blue Sky at The Outer Haven, and that'll be cool too. You can follow us on our respective social media as well. You can follow me on Twitter, Blue Sky Get Silius, Twitter, Blue Sky Get Silius. You can follow Sif Scott on Gotcha King. No, just kidding. Let me know what to follow you at.
Yeah, I don't have Gotcha King as a tag anymore.
So you dropped the whole thing. That's pretty terrible.
Yes, I'm Sid Scott on everything.
Sid Scott on everything. That's fantastic. And Kevin Kelly, you can find him at the former tournament champions Evo Lounge. You can find him there. And if they can't find you there, where's they gonna find you, Kevin?
I'm still kind of like revamping my social media stuff, so nowhere at the moment. Nowhere updated at the moment. Just
all right. So maybe next time you'll just say like
you gotta send a carrier pigeon and just say go to the Kevin guy.
Go to the Kevin guy. Yeah. Hopefully you'll fix your banner on Twitter or Blue Sky. Say disgrace Evo champion, and like a 7-year-old girl's holding your champion over you. That'd be great. You know.
Oh,
you put that there. You could also put on your banner like, yo, the greatest Alpha 3 player that never played.
I played him. Shut up.
Wait, no one played Alpha 3.
A lot of people played Alpha 3.
What are you talking about? There was only two infinites. People stopped playing.
Oh my god. So you're making it sound like HO never happened.
Look.
You're making it sound like HO never happened. HO 98 never happened.
HO 98 never happened. Look. You know why it never happened? Because
it happened.
No. Here's a hot take. And you know why it never happened? Because who was that skinny guy with the tank top? Who was he? Never came back again. Who was he? Gone. That wasn't Daigo. That was his evil brother, Diego Rodriguez. His evil brother. Oh no, but seriously, people played Alpha 3. I joke about Alpha 3 because it's like the Alpha 3 meta when people figured it out was like the most busted fighting game I've ever seen in my life. That was like, holy, what is this game? You can't play this game. Did you see you ever saw the jab jumping infinite by Cody in Alpha 3?
Thanks. No, I didn't see it.
Oh my god, I'd send it to you sometime. But before I send it sometime, again, thank you guys for coming for Spectator Mode. Before we get down the rabbit hole, be sure to follow us, as we mentioned before, Blue Sky, YouTube, Twitter. Check out our podcasts on all podcast media, Apple, Google, Buzzsprout, Spotify, and more. This is Get Silius, Kevin Kelly, and Sif Scott. Wishing you guys a good one. Hope to see you guys in the next one.
See ya.
Peace.